Oh man, it sure smells like Volvo gravy today. What's up guys, it's Drifts and Lifts here. All right, so today's episode, we got some fun stuff planned for you. So we're at Mission Raceway right now. So we're at a British Columbia Drift Association drift event. It's just a practice day, so we're having a bit of fun. So as you guys can see, I have Al out. So if you watched the last video, I showed you guys this car. So I'm gonna go over the changes that I did to the car, and then we're gonna put on the helmet and go for a couple laps in this thing. It is still a naturally aspirated automatic transmission, so it's gonna be quite the handful to toss around the track, but luckily we have a welded diff in it now, and I did a little bit of stuff under the hood to make a little bit more horsepower, so we're gonna see what we can do. But I'm gonna show you guys this car, just a couple of things that I did. So starting off with, obviously you can see the wheels that I have on it. So these are the Trans Am GTA wheels. I've had these on a couple cars now, but I think they look really good on this car, just because the paint is gold as well as the centers of the rim. So really cool look. I'm really stoked with how this thing turned out. I cut some springs out of it, so I cut 2.5 coils out of the front, and I cut 2.75 coils out of the rear. So now it's at a pretty good ride height. I'm pretty happy with it. Just good for daily. You're probably noticing this and wondering what the heck are these wicked cool things. So these are actually louvers for a Volvo 740, and I got these from Red Block Society. So shout out to Red Block Society. He hooked me up with these louvers, and if you guys want some, he is still making these. I'll include the link to his store in the description of this video if you guys want a set. Really sick. I've always really liked louvers on cars. I think they look really dope. Really stoked on that. So as I said before, it's got a welded differential in it now. I'll show you guys the interior. So because this is going to be a street car and I'm not planning on really making it like a full-on drift car, I did want to keep a lot of interior in it. So I kept the carpet, which is something I don't normally do. I kept the seats in it. In a sedan, the rear seats don't really weigh much, so in my opinion, it's not really worth gutting them out to begin with. But as you can see, the only thing I gutted out of this thing really is the sunroof. So the sunroof I would have kept in, but when I'm wearing a helmet in this car with a sunroof, my head actually touches the roof and it's not really comfortable. So also a sunroof weighs a lot. It's a really good weight reduction taking them out. Weighs about 60-70 pounds, I think. So I just put the factory sunroof panel back in there, made some brackets and then siliconed it. So you know, rain's not gonna drop on me. So in the front here, I did a Momo steering wheel with a steering wheel adapter. I even cut the trim up on the sides here. So I actually had to take all this out to take the sunroof out, and I put it back in, which is so funny. It's not really that big of a deal, but like I never put the trim back in. I usually rip it out and it goes right to the scrapper from there. So let's just take a quick little peep under the hood. Show you guys a couple things that I did under here. So I actually put an A camshaft in this car. So the reason this engine bay looks so clean and, you know, really empty is because I stripped all the AC stuff out. So normally you have like an AC condenser here, and then it normally goes down, and there's actually a big AC, sorry, I guess the AC condenser is actually in the front here. And then I stripped out the AC compressor, so we got nothing down there. That's actually a really good weight reduction. I put a aftermarket intake pipe, got my filter ran right here, and like I said, I put an A camshaft in it and painted the valve cover gold, you know, shaved the little Volvo emblem off, and I think it looks all right. One more thing I did, actually, I took the frame weights out. So if you guys don't know already, 740s have these really heavy frame weights in them, and they're located inside the frame rails. You actually have to take the front bumper off and then you can get to those, but it's a total of, I think, like 16 to 18 pounds of weight reduction. So definitely worth it. And really all they do is like dampen the car, which who cares, right? Who really gives a shit? But yeah, guys, so I'm gonna throw the helmet on and we're gonna go for a couple laps in this car. So I'm gonna make sure that I don't drift with anybody that's gonna be like bumping into me or anything, because I would be really upset if this car got a big dent in it. It's a mint cherry 740 with low kilometers, and I want to keep it that way. I don't want to wreck this car because you know, it's getting harder to find nice 740s, and I do want one that's going to last me for a long time. So that's hopefully going to be this one. I'm going to take it easy today. We're going to go see if we can drift the auto naturally aspirated 740. Yeah, I'll try the old first gear ripper.
Grandpa!
What do I do?
You do the continuous layout.
Okay.
You're good if you want.
Alright guys, let's give her a rep. No. Nah, it's no front grip. I need to put the other tires on. Yeah.
You got a fucking time attack car here.
Yeah, right. Let's just drive it fast.
Yeah.
All right, so I put some stock wheels back on the car. These, whatever tires were on these rims were super grippy. Because I don't have a clutch to kick, I basically need something like with as little as grip as possible because I need to be able to just get the car sideways just by weight transferring it. All right, guys, let's try these tires out. Oh yeah. There you go. Way better. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it in first next and just like ping the limiter.
Yeah, I think you got it.
Yeah. All right, guys, so that worked really well. These rear tires are way less grippy, so as you can see, I could just turn and pin it, and the back end would kick out and then get me into a drift. So let's give her another one. That last run, I tried to click it into second halfway through the drift, but I think I'm gonna leave it in first this time and just like ping limiter. Just kept him cooking.
Yeah, you can do first the whole thing.
Yeah. All right, guys, so I think I got the hang of it. It seems like first gear is the ticket. So let's see how she goes. Make a really clean run this one. Alright guys, so that was pretty fun. Yeah, first gear is kind of the only gear you can use because second kind of bogs it down a bit too much. So, but I'm having a lot of fun out there, honestly, just chucking this thing around in first gear. So this is pretty good evidence for you guys that you can drift a naturally aspirated automatic 740, you know, if you do a bit of weight reduction and you weld the differential. Get your alignment set up okay, and you should be able to drift it if you have the right tires on the rear. right, guys, so Josh felt bad for me driving my slow, naturally aspirated automatic Volvo around, so he said I could take this thing for a lap. So this is his RX-7 drift car. It's got a 5-liter Mustang V8 in it. It makes like 200 horsepower to the wheels, and it's got angle mods. It's pretty much a full missile spec drift car. Fuck, that was sketchy.
I think a big portion too is the steering wheel. It's only like barely a turn lock to lock.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, it's really
short,
fucking
right?
short ratio.
So you don't even have to really like fight the wheel a ton.
My dream is just
British Columbia Drifting Association. If you guys are interested in coming to one of these events, hit up BCDA on Facebook, British Columbia Drifting Association, as well as Instagram. Get in contact with Justin or Jordan, and they can help you out if you guys want to come to one of these events. We're going to be going all through the summer, pretty much an event once every 2 weeks, so they're really often. So if you want to come slide, it's a great way to do it. All right, guys, so the car has been pretty good. As you can see, I've been able to get a couple pretty good laps out of it. Now the only thing, if we look in here, we're getting a bunch of oil. I don't know where it's coming from. It seems to be like, I just put a new valve cover in it, so I don't think it's that. It's kind of like, it's honestly like leaking out of here or something. I hope this head's not cracked, but if it was, it wouldn't be the end of the world. But just, I don't know what the deal is. It's leaking a lot of oil on the exhaust manifold and stuff, so I don't know. So that is pretty much a wrap up of today. So pretty fun event. I'm honestly pretty surprised of how well this car was able to drift with just like, you know, no turbo and an automatic transmission. So if you guys are wondering like, can I slide a non-turbo automatic 740? Well, the answer is yes. You just need some really crappy tires on the rear. You need a welded differential, and it's best if you strip at least like 100 or 200 pounds out of the thing. So but yeah, luckily I didn't get any damage on this car. You know, no one bumped into me, no sketchy stuff like that. So she lives another day. This is not going to be the main drift car. Obviously the panel wagon is the main drift car. This car is going to stay as kind of a clean daily, and then as I, you know, save up money, I'm going to save up parts, and we're eventually going to do the NA build on this car. Honestly though, that's a lot of money to do all the motor stuff. I did pick up another ZF transmission, and we're actually gonna get it welded to another red block bell housing. I think I'm gonna actually ZF transmission swap this car and keep the factory NA motor going for a little while. So I think this car would be really fun with a good set of coilovers, a good set of knuckles on it, you know, some extended lower control arms, and just the ZF transmission swap. I think this thing would feel really, really good. So shout out to Josh for letting me take his RX-7 for a rip there. That was pretty fun. Lots of stuff to come for the channel, guys. I actually have new head bolts for the panel wagon I'm going to be installing in the next couple days here. So we're going to get the panel wagon back on the road and take that thing out for a good rip. So don't forget, we have a merch sale going on, so 25% off everything on the Drifts and Lifts store right now. So use the code SWEDSLEDS and get 25% off your whole order on the Drifts and Lifts store. So if you guys want to support the channel, it's a great way to do it. Anyways, I think that's pretty much a wrap up of today. Like and subscribe for cold pressed Volvo oil. Peace out.